In movies and money, Sony is the latest film studio shifting its release schedule. Let's bring in Erik Childress, who's a film critic. He's also on top of all the action. Hello to you, Erik, at your home.
Hi, Angie.
Sony has Greyhound in the works. Here's a look.
You will now be out of range of air cover for the next 5 days. Safe travels to England. How many crossings does this make?
This is my first. In 48 hours, we've lost 7 ships.
As a film studio, Sony does not seem to be taking any chances with this release.
Now, Sony's summer was not going to begin until June 12th with the World War II battleship thriller Greyhound, and I was hopeful that this would be around the time that things were starting to get back to normal, because that would mean that we would have had the film's star, Tom Hanks, who has recently recovered from the virus, making the talk show rounds to discuss the film as well as his ordeal. That could have been a very hopeful and uplifting time for the country, but instead the film has been postponed indefinitely.
But Sony does not stop there. The studio's pushing back a couple of anticipated July releases, including the new Ghostbusters. Here's a look at that film.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
Honestly, my mom won't say it, but we're completely broke. Why'd you bring me up here?
Entertainment value?
What is that?
I don't know.
Certainly, Angie, and this is the furthest any studio has gone to date in terms of scheduled cancellations. The new Ghostbusters Afterlife, scheduled to open on July 10th, has now been moved back to kick off the spring season of 2021 on March 5th. Now, fans have been a bit skeptical of the trailer, but nostalgia may be just what we need next year, especially with members of the original cast reprising their roles. Sony also moved back their latest Spider-Man antagonist spin-off with Morbius.
The summer movie season may now be starting to look almost non-existent for people. What are the next films to keep an eye on that could possibly shift schedules as well?
Now, Disney still has Artemis Fowl in the May 29th slot, which has already moved out of last year's summer slot, but they also still have Pixar's Soul on June 19th, which is a film about a jazz musician's journey through the afterlife. If that goes, could July's Jungle Cruise and their 20th Century Studios lineup be next? Now, a lot of eyes are also on Paramount, whose third SpongeBob SquarePants film would currently qualify as the summer's kickoff on May 22nd, but a lot of their 2020 was banking on Top Gun Maverick, which they had even moved up 2 days to June 24th before the crisis began to really take hold. Could that be the next to shift? Then, as we mentioned last week, Christopher Nolan's Tenet is still slated to open on July 16th. Warner Brothers already pushed back Wonder Woman 1984 from June to specifically preserve that date. I have a feeling they are going to hold on to that date for as long as they possibly can, because if we can all stick together and push back this virus, Tenet could end up being the film that re-energizes everyone to go back to the movies together.
Well, Erik, thanks so much. There's so much to keep tabs on. We do appreciate your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Be well.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.